So, hey guys, we had a really good day yesterday in Fort Wayne with Aunt Al. We went up and we went to the Janome shop and asked a few questions about embroidery machines. And then we went to Country Kitchen Sweetheart, and I actually got the mold that makes the horn and the eyelashes and the ears for the unicorns that you've been seeing like everywhere. So I was really excited about that because I've been thinking about making a unicorn cake, and I had wondered where I could find the molds. And I also picked up a couple of Wilton tips that I didn't have for cake decorating. And then we went to the Asian market, and his Aunt Al just had a grand time seeing people she knew and buying things that she couldn't get here in town. And we picked up a few things as well, including some dried Thai chili peppers. So I'm going to use some of those to make a salve with that will help with stiff muscles and stuff. And so that was one reason why I wanted them, but they're also a great seasoning. And then we went to the Fort Wayne Botanical Gardens, which is actually called the Fullinger Freeman Botanical Conservatory. And I love that place. The center room, I could just stay in forever. There's an area on top of the waterfall where you can go up and sit. A long time ago, they didn't have a bench up there, so you just had to kind of sit on the rock, and now there's actually a bench up there. And that is my favorite spot. It is exactly what my greenhouse was going to be had my greenhouse not been destroyed by hail. I was hoping to get a miniature version of the waterfall. Of course, I wouldn't have been able to get anything sturdy enough to set on, but I was still hoping to get a miniature waterfall in the greenhouse going. And because I really like waterfalls. And so we were able to see gingers and helicona, plumera, banana, canna, hibiscus, so many tropical plants in bloom. We even got to see a coffee plant in bloom. And I had never seen that before. So I had to check, and yes, the flowers are fragrant for those of you that have never got to smell a coffee plant in bloom. And then we went into the desert part, and I'm not a real cacti and succulent type of person. I do like the jojoba bush, and I've tried to grow that from seed. And I had noticed that it had seed pods on it that were splitting open, and the seeds were dropping down on the ground. So that was kind of my favorite plant in there. We did get to see an indoor beehive, and we got to see the bees making their honeycombs and working inside of the hive, which was really, really cool. And then we went over to Smoky Bones and had lunch. I really love their fried green tomatoes, and I also really love their buffalo chicken wings. They are hot, but they're really very, very good. And I had forgot, because usually I get the chicken wings, the smoked chicken wings, and I don't get any sauce on them. I get the buffalo as a dipping sauce. Yesterday I forgot, and I ordered the wings with the sauce on it. So I ate about half my order, and I brought the rest home, and then I ate on some last night, and I finished them up for breakfast this morning because, like I said, they were really hot. So I could only eat a couple at a time, but they were really, really good. And Aunt Al had a really great time yesterday. I was so glad that we took her, and that she got to experience, going to the botanical gardens and going out to eat with us. She chose a cheeseburger, and Jeff chose a hamburger that had, I know it had a second kind of meat and some onion rings on it, and that's what he had. But it was just a really nice time, and then we came home, and we went out to the nursing home, and we saw Uncle Jerry, and let him know about what all we had done. And then we took her home, and I thought we were done running for the night. And then Jeff needed to go see a friend, so we went over there, and we still hadn't ate supper at this point because what we ate in Fort Wayne was lunch. So a little after 1 o'clock in the morning, we're out at Meijer, and we're picking up some pastaroni and coming home with that and eating. And I guess it was about 3:30 or 4 o'clock before we got to bed last night. And then we was up I was up, Jeff slept, but I was up pretty early. And then we went out to Steak and Shake, and we went to Meijer to pick up our medicine. And then we went to Steak and Shake to pick up some milkshakes for the two of us and Aunt Al. We also had a big watermelon in the back of the van because she loves watermelon. And so we was there when she called and said we needed to go to the nursing home. So we had to wait for our shakes to finish being made. And then we loaded everything up and went and picked her up and went to the nursing home. And we got home a little bit ago, and then Jeff loaded up the chainsaw and went to help a friend top some trees. So it's been a really, really busy weekend, and I'm sure he's tired. I know I am. And that's about it around here. We have to get to bed early tonight because we both have to do things tomorrow, and he has to go to work early, and I've got a bunch of stuff I've got to take care of. So, anyway, that's an update. I hope you will subscribe. Thumbs up, thumbs down, comments below. I hope all of you have had a really great weekend. Thanks for watching, and have a great night.